Oh, and we are live. Yo, it's your boy Tonio coming through with another live from Backyard Comedy. As always, I got my boy, Skeezy baby. Please tell it, baby.
You already know.
That really do that. I got over there with that blue turban on.
Right here with this blue turban on.
And we here live, man. How y'all boys doing?
I'm great, bro. Blessed and highly favored.
Hey, y'all know, man, before we start, man, this live is brought to you by Real Demand TV. I don't got to keep saying it, but I will. We're streaming in 172 countries. Also, if you know anybody dealing with any substance abuse, my man, Mr. Julius Rowe, he'll get you moving in the right direction. So we're going to go ahead and get to this, man, respond to an email. And the email came through, man. It said, how do you know when you have the right person? And how do you keep them? Oh, they hit us hard with this one, son. Who gonna go first? Go ahead,
I can only speak for myself, bro.
Go ahead, dude.
It ain't about like fireworks and stuff like that. It's about at the time that you meet the person, if it falls in line with your purpose where you're going. Like, I know it's for me, it's just like when I met her, I just knew it was bam, that's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Did it hurt slapping your hand like that?
Nah, not at
all. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You know, I throw a joke in there.
But yeah, man, as far as keeping them though, you know what I'm saying? I know for a fact things get stale. You know what I'm saying? Number one that I will give advice to is growth. You know what I'm saying? Never stop your growth when you in a relationship because it's easy to get comfortable, stagnant, and stale. You know, you're gonna keep doing the same thing. She gonna be looking at everybody else like, well, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
for me, I feel like if a lot of men keep growing and at least showing that woman like, yo, there's plenty more where that came from. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you have a good chance of keeping them. I got some more, but go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah. I mean, I done been through there. You know what I'm saying? I thought I chose 100% the right person. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't being right for that person. High roller. Yeah. I want to do other things. You know what I'm saying? I want to. I was young, and here's the thing about from my experience with it, experiencing with love. The old folks call it that puppy love. You know what I'm saying? That is a real deal. You can't think that person is the person, or you're gonna do this and you're gonna do this, and then you really don't put the work in to keep them like you thought you was.
Right.
And I have done that. I have, wasted people time. They thought they probably had the right person, and I bull jobbed it because I really didn't know myself enough at that time to really know how to love a woman or really how to even know I had the right woman. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even pray for that. I didn't even pray for that. You know what I'm saying? I was just going with the first thing really that was smoking. Okay, you made me happy. You was different than my old situation, whatever the case may be. Right. You know what I'm saying? I rolled with the punches with that one. What you think, Ski? Come on in there now. What you thinking now?
Man, it's a good question. I feel like you can always feel when you have the right one. You can always feel it in the beginning.
Yeah.
But there's also a process that has to take place, because even though that you might think at the time that person is the right one, for you, they actually have to feel the same way about you.
Yeah, they do.
And they actually have to be willing to go and do the same things that you are willing to go and do.
Yeah.
For each other. So I
Right.
mean, it's a reciprocal thing.
Yeah.
I believe you keep that person by always learning them. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn who that person is, and that comes also with knowing they're the right one. You have to learn that person to know they're the right one.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do believe, and sometimes you can feel like it's love at first sight, or I know right off the bat that I want to marry that woman or whatever. But there's also things that has to happen for you guys to reach that marriage.
Yeah.
And I feel like for it to be a successful marriage, you have to learn each other and understand how to deal with each other, and understand if you can deal with each other. And if you can't, you know what I'm saying, then if you're not willing to put forth the effort to deal with that person, then you might as well leave it alone.
Hell yeah. Because you can drag it alone now.
Because you can drag it alone.
Yeah, I done drug it.
You gotta
Me too.
That same effort.
Hey, we got Danny Monroe in the building. Said I agree. We appreciate you. Keep tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe.
Okay.
That's how we do it, man. But yeah, you definitely got to be willing to put that work in, man. If you feeling like, you know what I'm saying, this person is that person, you have to be willing on both parts to, you know, come to, for one, a mutual understanding of what you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Be willing to you know, put the work in, and you gotta have a plan. What's the plan? We humping for 5 years and then we get married, because black folks will go together forever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So what, like it's got to be a plan. And what's that saying you used to say? You know what I'm saying? Men got to work hard to keep a woman. How you used to say it?
You got to woo a woman.
Yeah, you got to woo them. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't be wanting to woo them. Not these days, they don't.
No, it comes from comfortability, not wanting to woo them. Because I feel like, and I've been guilty of it too, bro. Like, you get with somebody and y'all together so long, you feel like they ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
You got to keep on doing what you did at the beginning.
I did, and they gone right now. I did, bro. Ain't no thing like a woman scoring, bro. Especially if the woman chose you. And that's just me talking from my experience, because I have been chosen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I took it very lightly. And they probably looking at the live right now saying, "Yeah, the nigga did. He sure did." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think we all have messed up. I think we have all messed up in sort. You know what I'm saying? But that comes with life, bro. Like, you live and you grow and you learn. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, Dooley. What a camera? Wait a minute, Dooley. Dooley. Danny said, and a woman needs to woo her man or husband too.
That's right.
That's real. That's 100%.
If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Yeah.
Things don't work.
Ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about what a woman can do for a man now.
Yeah.
We're going to rush some fellas up if we get to talking about that for real.
You damn sure will.
So start it up then.
But that's why I say it's got to go both ways, man.
Yeah.
Right.
She's got to be just as into. I mean, I hear a lot of people saying different things, but she's got to be just as into you as you are into her.
Yeah.
You know, she got to be willing to if you going to go out and put forth that effort of going on dates or whatever that is, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you doing for her, then she has to be willing to put forth that effort to do something, not just receive.
Yeah.
And that's the way I feel.
I think these time of days is all about receiving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, it used to be, if you do me, I'll do you. You know what I'm saying? That was just you do me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. And you know, the generations are different. We talk about this a lot on our platform. You know, we was raised different ways. You know, the old saying comes out, don't start off doing what you're not gonna continue to keep doing. You know what I'm saying? And we was raised by that from the old heads. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about that. They don't even want to take the time to realize if that person is the right person or not. And don't get me wrong, we struggled with it then, you know what I'm saying? But we had a different upbringing. It wasn't too much love showing in our era. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too much of that, man. We worry about them love, them tough. What did he say? What did he say right there? I can't even see this thing, man. What's good, bro? Hey, what's up, bro? What up, KB? Appreciate you tuning in, man. But you know what I'm saying? You know, it's different then. Now I think, how am I gonna say this, man? I think it's easier now to find a person to get in whatever with than it was back then. Because for one, I think the standards are lowered now.
Yeah, most definitely, because like people value themselves less. Like, you know, to a certain degree, bro. Like back then, you know, sex was the high value. That's like the highest thing you could show of like love. You know what I'm saying, to me?
Yeah.
But it's like now is swindled to scorn. Nobody cares about it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's all about what can you do for me and how it will make me feel instead of how we can feel. You know?
I'm gonna start me OnlyFans my damn self. Hell, that's where the money at. That's what it's about now. You know what I'm saying? But he said, man, don't do that, man. Nobody got time. But you know what I'm saying? It's go ahead, bro.
No, I said selling feet pictures, but go ahead.
Oh,
bro.
Yeah, boy. Just like that there, boy. I give a damn. But you know what I'm saying? It's different for each person. You know what I'm saying? Of course, each person is different, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, now the age I am now, man, I don't like, you got to show me something. I don't give a damn. Most women want men to show them, like, you got to show me, because when you come to me, I already got everything that you try to get out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you have? I already got it all. What do you got? You know what I'm saying? What are you bringing to the table? And when you get to talking about the table, people don't understand. Oh, you want a man that should do this, a man should do that. It should be 50-50. But man, take me out of the equation. What do you do without me there? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the kind of thing. What if I fall ill? You know what I'm saying? Do I got to worry about I'm losing everything because you don't want to do it? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Am I making sense?
You make complete sense.
I mean, I see what you're saying. My thing is that you want to look for somebody that coincides and that what's the word, that complements what you do.
Ooh,
and
boy,
complements who you are.
What boy, Rico Suave now.
That's what it has to be.
Yeah.
Because anything else is a waste of time.
Hell yeah.
You know, and if you going this way and that person's going that way, they have these goals and you have those goals. Mm-hmm. How are y'all gonna work on your goals together?
Yeah.
And so you have to know they may have those goals and you might have your goals, but we do have these goals that meet with each other.
Yeah.
And so we can work on these
goals
while we help each other work on our outside goals.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about, man. And you got to learn people. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I get it. Some people, sometimes it happens right away with people. You know, you might can get in a situation, and you might be 6 months, might be a year, might be 3 months, and you might feel like, okay, I'm gonna marry this person. Do what you do, but make sure you do your homework, man.
Hell yeah, boy.
Because a lot of y'all getting into this stuff, and you don't even know who you are.
Hell yeah.
Better yet, the person that you're dealing with. So you have to know both. Not just who they are, but who you are. Yeah. Because who you are makes a lot of difference in what goes on in that situation.
Yeah. What you eat today?
Man, you know.
Boy, you talking today, boy. You talking today. That's real talk. Cause that's what I'm saying. My dad used to have a saying, you can't say you love somebody else, you ain't love your damn self.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And I was carrying myself like that. Like I thought I was so head over heels on this woman, and I thought it was the right woman. But I was doing it grimy and dirty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's because I didn't love and respect my damn self. So there's no way in the hell I can love and respect this woman that I'm so in love with. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? There's no way I can do that. What you got on that, dude?
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I didn't love myself, but it was to the point where like kind of I didn't care.
In the building.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you get to a point, like I said, you feel like the person ain't going nowhere, so you just whatever you want to call that emotion when you just feel like, okay, they ain't going nowhere, I can do whatever.
Oh, nigga, you smelling your must with old folk calling it.
Yeah.
Fat meat greasy. What
you don't feel like shit. But so
man, that's what any person though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not just relationships.
Right.
People for granted like that.
Yeah.
That they'll always be there when you can do anything and they'll still be there. That's just period.
Yeah.
That's respect.
Yeah. So
Right.
Hey, I was that same way. You know what I'm saying? I was that same way. And I would come home, I lay down, I didn't have a care in the world, son.
Right.
I looked up. Out of my life.
But that's what I was saying though. Like when you get with somebody and you get to that point where, like, you know, like I said, it should be a respect thing, it should be a common sense thing. But like when things and y'all have grown in different directions because y'all never were doing like communication or the things that y'all supposed to be doing, you know, that's when things kind of get very complicated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a major part right there. That's a major part.
Major part.
But that's why you learn your partner. That's why before you get in these marriages, you know who you're getting into them with, because you can see that on your partner or they can see that on you.
Yeah.
And guess what? I know now that it's time for me to do something different. Yeah. I know I need to throw this in here. Let me throw that in there. I know you like this. Let me do that this night. You know, that's it. You're there to learn each other and read that. That's what that's for. So if you can't do that and you're going the other way, you probably need to be going the other way.
Probably do. Let me tell you something.
Now, sometimes it happen in relationships.
Yeah.
But you got to rebound if you know if you're supposed to be together and you're willing to work on that. You got to be able to rebound
and work on it. You
Right.
got to be able to put that work in, bro. That's a major part of that work, though.
Yep.
A lot of people they want the prize, but they don't want to put the work in to get the prize.
Work. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I have done that. You know what I'm saying?
Comments, man.
Let me
We got a lot of comments.
Hey, we do, man. All right, man. Let's go to who we gonna start with right here, man. But we're gonna jump to the comments because Big Baby D said so.
Yeah.
We got let's see. We got JJ. Motherfucker Jerome Rayner did that. It's better to give than receive. Too many people love based on what they can get instead of what they can do for an other person. That give, I can't see, but that giving needs to be reciprocated, and we should love based on that value we have in who they, and then getting what they can do or give will come easy. That's what he said. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? A need,
yeah, man. I do agree with that.
A need, feel a need.
Loving is giving. So if you love someone, you should give freely. Yeah. And it should be easy for them.
But should you look for something in return?
No.
Like eventually?
No. If you're
I want something sometime.
If you're not looking for it in return, you're going to get it automatically.
Yeah.
If you're not, then go on about your business. Yeah. Well, that was the whole thing we stated earlier. Yeah. It's got to be reciprocated. Yeah. But you're not looking for that. You're doing it because you're doing it because you love them.
Yeah.
If y'all need a shirt, let us know. We got them here, just so you know. But yeah, that's real, man. And a lot of times I didn't want to do that work. I didn't care. I didn't care to do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I have had women, whether it was married or not, to stay there. Some would say dumbasses, some would say loyal. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on how you want to look at it. And if you knew the situation, you would be able to go, according to that.
I honestly say it's comfortability. Even when we both know that it shit has met its end.
Gotta let it go.
Like it be comfortability. I don't think nobody's a dumbass at the end of the day. You live in the end. There's some instances that you can't be dumb. But I'm saying, like, for the most part, bro, like, usually when people stay with each other besides abuse, I feel like it's because they know what's going to happen and they're comfortable and they're okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Until they get to a point where they're tired of some shit, that's the only time it's going to change. You feel me?
Yeah.
Come on.
Got to be willing to take that change, man. Like you said, some people they do get comfortable and don't want to take that change. That's and then they sit in the same old rut over and over and over again for years. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing that it's time to just let what enough go on where it need to go. You know what I'm saying? But for my last say so, man, how I know when I had the right person, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I messed it up. That was on me.
Yeah.
Into my story. Go ahead.
Hey, and to piggyback off him, I was the person I thought I had the right person before, and you live and you learn. Yeah. But the one thing about it is you learn. You don't make the same mistakes you did, and you understand what you did wrong. Yeah. And I know during that process what I did wrong, and I will not do that again. Yeah. But because I learned what I needed to do in my seeking process. That's a part of a man.
Woo, boy, you said the seeking process? Boy, you talking. My grandma always said it was some late bloomers. I couldn't stand it. But let me tell you something. 30 years old, that woman was absolutely correct. Because I'm still learning stuff now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning how to love myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going through those stages, and you got to take time out for yourself to be able to take those tasks to handle for yourself. You got to do it because you ain't going to never love properly. If you ain't healed from a past experience or past love or past hurt or whatever, you ain't going to be able to love the next person correctly because you didn't take those steps to correct yourself. So how can you know if you got the right person when you ain't fixed your damn self or even started trying to work on it? That's all I want to say to you. What you got to do, Lick?
You're right about that. To kind of go off what you're saying, man. If you don't recognize the pattern, you're gonna just go through it again with a different person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep taking it on and on.
Yeah, so it's gonna be another.
Wondering why you still keep going through the same thing with every man that you going through the same thing with different men. Mm-hmm. Guess what? It's you.
Ooh, that boy talking tonight. Yeah.
And to be fair, we can look at it from both sides, just so nobody won't say nothing crazy. But same thing with me, and you know what I'm saying. But
I didn't say agenda. I didn't say agenda, man. No way. It's you.
Yeah, you're right.
Going through in the same relationship, different men. You going through that same stuff. It's you. Look in the mirror.
Michael Jackson said it best. Go ahead, dude.
Yeah, man. I feel like as long as you when you know you got one, I will say this. I want to say it. You better keep it. The grass ain't always greener. It's gonna look a little faded from whatever viewpoint you at, no matter what grass you're on. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? If you know you got a good one, keep them. You know what I'm saying? Keep that growth going, keep that wooing going. Date nights, don't stop that. I ain't never been married, but I've been in long-term relationships. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep all that stuff up.
And everything don't cost money. It's a lot of shit to do for free that women love, that men love. It was something I was like, man, I want to do that shit. And I had a good time doing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gonna know until you step out that box. You know what I'm saying? To elevate your mind, Craig. Get your shit together, Craig. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna know until you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought that grass was greener. And when I fell over that fence and hit my back on that dirt, son, I should have stayed my black haze over there on the other side. But you live and you learn, and you learn to live.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, we weren't gonna hold y'all up. We weren't trying to stay this long. It was really supposed to be like 15 minutes, but we appreciate y'all coming up in there. Hey, man, you funny too, Jerome. Man, make sure you check us out, man. BackyardComedyLLC.com. Go check it out. Everything you need to know is on there. Y'all already know. Brought to you by Real Demand TV. Y'all know we streaming in 172 countries. If you know anybody dealing with any type of substance abuse, man, holler at my man, Mr. Julius Rowe. He'll get you moving in the right direction, man. Anything else y'all got before we get on up out of here?
Nah. You definitely didn't read Jerome's comment right, but
I did.
We love you, Jerome, man. We'll get
you damn lie. You can't see the little screen.
He was talking about situations.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, but it's hold
on. Oh, before we go, let's read this last one before we go. Jerome, Romy. He said it's funny. We worry so much about finding the right one for us instead of becoming the right person for the one we looking for. We out here looking for 100 and people and to accept our 50. Nah, yeah, that's real shit, bro. I don't want nobody to accept my 50. I want you to accept the person that I am, and I'm gonna be it all the way 1,000,000%. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad. I ain't lying to you. It's what I want.
But if it's bad, I'm trying to get better.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better. Don't get me wrong.
Because that's what he's saying is you can't go to somebody and you have bad, have good, and expect them to be all good.
That's everybody in the world, huh?
No,
everybody got something wrong with them.
Yeah, but
you gotta try your best.
Working on it, some people ain't.
Yeah, some people ain't working on
You're just doing bad shit because you know you do bad shit.
Jesus,
come on now,
Jesus. Whoa, wait in the water. That shit will come through that. And make sure I hit us up backyardcomedy3@gmail.com. Yo, it always got my boy. Oh, excuse me, baby. Please have a baby, Pastor. Yeah.
Y'all already know that.
Really do that I got over there.
I'm right over here.
Hey, man, I'm your boy Vocus 26. Man, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, man. This has been fun. Catch us next week. How we doing? Look at my brother face. He ready for KFC. We got to go after church service, Lord. We appreciate. Nah, we really don't know. I appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all. Y'all already know. Time is the precious thing to waste. So don't waste it by not watching Backyard Comedy. We appreciate you. And we love you.
Love y'all, man. Be easy.